So they decided to release the alpha test for Modern Warfare a bit earlier than expected, which I have to give them props for. It's nice to see little unexpected surprises like this for us gamers. Today I will give you my thoughts and opinions of the many matches I played through. Keep in mind this is only the alpha test of the Gunfight game mode, so it's a bit difficult to say if the game will be a welcome surprise or a disastrous microtransaction mess. We will have to wait until September to determine the full scope of this game. Until then, however, we can take a quick look at what the game may end up being like. This is Call of Duty Modern Warfare's Gunfight. I've explained this game mode before in the past, but I'll run through the basics real quick for you guys. Gunfight is a 2v2 game mode. When you eliminate the enemy team, you will gain a point. First team to reach 6 points is the victor. There's a twist to this game mode, however. Everyone starts out on even playing grounds, meaning you actually start out with the same loadout every round. Now, the weapons do actually change up during the round. For instance, one round you can have a pistol and a SMG, while another round just a pistol by itself. This is actually really interesting and actually makes me like the mode a little bit more. Now, there is another way to win. If you're outnumbered and you just feel like you can't take down your enemy, there's the overtime flag. When a match has gone on too long, you'll actually have an opportunity to grab the flag and win the round. And that's the game mode in a nutshell, really. It's actually really fun, but we'll get into that stuff in a bit. With that out of the way, I want to first talk about the graphics. The visuals of about everything is very crisp. Gun textures look great. The reloading animation is oh so satisfying, and the details around the player's arms are very well done and looks fairly natural. It's really awesome, and I don't know what's different about the gun animations. I just love them so much here. Like in the kill cams, when they show your kill cams, your kill shots, the gun animations just look really detailed, and I love that shit. I really do. Now, the 3 maps available to us, I went ahead and played through those. They all look good and are varied somewhat. Now, the gunfire and points of contact actually give a more realistic vibe. The kill cam is awesome. Players will act somewhat realistically depending on where they are shot, and at times makes for some hilarious kill shots. Overall, really, the visuals have been improved all around. You can easily tell this. And that goes for the lighting especially. It's one thing I did notice. The lighting in the game, which in my opinion is very noticeable, has changed quite a bit. Overall, the visuals are what I expected, with maybe some slight improvements, but it does look great, and the sound is even better. The gunfire is so orgasmic. I love the gunfire in games. If a game can get the gunfire, the impact, and the recoil just right, it feels so damn good. And it seems like they're nailing it on the head here. Graphics are nice, don't get me wrong, but they mean nothing if the gameplay can't hold the game up. And luckily, besides a few issues, I'll talk about that later, I had a good time playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare's new game mode. It tries to bring something new to the wide table of existing game modes in the Call of Duty universe. Honestly, I think this will be either a hit or a miss for most players. Even though I personally fully did enjoy playing all these game matches, I ended up playing many more matches than I anticipated, and that shows you how fun this game mode can be. It has that addicting nature that the old games used to have. Now, it's not perfect. With the inclusion of a 2v2 mode, it can be fairly common for the losing team to have a team member quit on them. This happened to me more times than I care to admit. It's so frustrating. I really don't like it when someone decides to leave someone's team because they're losing, even if it's my enemy's team. I really dislike it. It shows me that you're just too scared to play out the match. Now, I get not wasting time if you have someone who's not playing the game at all, but if the person is new to the game, why leave them hanging? That's gonna ruin their game experience, and I don't prefer to do that. I guess it's nothing new to Call of Duty, to be honest, but it's definitely more noticeable with only 2 players. Now, that being said, Gunfight is a fun addition to the game, allowing for very fast-paced matches. The time to kill is pretty short here. The map design is compact, but filled with a wide variety of different sniping spots, little hiding places, and good cover points so you can get out of the way of gunfire and try to protect yourself. The maps are actually well built, even though they're really small. You can actually use the environment to your advantage, and it's a big deal here. Positioning is the name of the game in this game mode. That's the main deal, is your positioning. If you cannot learn how to position yourself right or correctly, you're gonna get shot out pretty quickly almost every round, especially when you're going against people who know how to play the game. Like I said, I did have a chance to play all 3 maps, and my favorite was probably either Pine or King, but all of them are well thought out. However, with small maps come bigger problems. It's very easy to predict where your enemy spawn is, so for newer players, I can see this becoming very frustrating, but this is Call of Duty. Fast-paced action is what it does best, and these maps are perfect for pushing tactical thinking, which in return will just make you a better player. If you find yourself alone in a fight against 2, just try to stay calm, out of sight fight and locate your enemy's position by sound before making a move. This can actually help you get used to the fast-paced action if you're not used to it, especially if you haven't played a COD game in a while or at all. I myself got used to it within a couple matches, and I haven't touched a COD game in a long ass time, not like I used to anyways. The gameplay is done well and feels very fluid, but it doesn't blow my mind, not like I was expecting it to. The gun animations, dude, don't get me wrong, the guns look fucking fantastic, the MP5 is amazing. I'm hoping the open beta though will change my perspective overall on this game. I know it sounds like I'm singing the game's praises, but there are a couple problems I do have with it. The multiplayer menus UI can actually be hard to read, especially at the top of the page when you're trying to find a match. And this being an alpha test, it goes without saying there will be some type of connection issues regarding matchmaking, and there were actually quite a few. Sometimes I found a match right away, sometimes I had to wait in the queue for 5 minutes or even longer. Now this is not good when the matches themselves only last about 5 or 10 minutes. I'm assuming this will be improved upon for the open beta next month, of which I will of course be covering. To round it all off, I enjoyed fully the new gunfight mode. It's really fitting for COD, and this is only a small part of the game, so it's kind of hard to say if the end product will end up actually being really good. But I am excited for the campaign. I say excited. I'm excited and worried for the campaign. I really hope it turns out great like they used to be. That is going to make me love the game so much more, and from what I've heard, it's actually going in that direction, and I just can't wait to see the new multiplayer modes, all the weapon types, how the progression will work, and best of yet, I want to see how they're going to handle microtransactions, because we know it's going to be in the game, we just know it's going to, so they need to go light on it to really impress us. That would be the way to do it. That would be the way to show us, hey, this isn't a money grab, this is us being passionate about the game again, and we want to show you what we want to bring new to the Call of Duty, and that would be exciting. I hope that's the direction they're going in, but I seriously doubt it. So in the end, I have high hopes that this will actually be a breath of fresh air. Now let's hope this will actually be the case when the open beta comes around. Thank you guys so much for dropping by and watching. I love Call of Duty, I love playing this alpha, I'm gonna enjoy playing the open betas. I'm definitely gonna be buying it at some point, especially after I try the open beta. I think I'm gonna try that before even buying it. I'm not gonna pre-order it or any of that bullshit. The only game I'm gonna pre-order is probably Outer Worlds and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. You can sue me if you want. I love those games, and those are games I know are gonna be good. Well, I can't say that until I know for sure, but I think those games are gonna really be good. Now anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm blabbering on at this point. I'll see you guys in the next video, which should be my gaming news series, my 3rd episode of Gaming from the Abyss, and there's some really interesting topics to touch around, so I would go ahead and tune in, subscribe if you want, and so you can watch all the great content I have coming. Again, you watching this video until this point is very much appreciated. I'll see you guys in the next video. Go ahead and let me know in the comments below if you ended up making it this far, so I can know that you're a real one, that you're actually truly here to watch my content. That's fantastic. I doubt anyone's actually made it this far, but if you did, let me know in the comments below.